You see, clout is a very dangerous drug, you know? A very, very dangerous drug. Dangerous, dangerous. And as the title says, stop trying to go viral. Clout is a serious drug, man, and it really is. I get it, man. You want to build a personal brand, you want to be the talk of the town, you know? You want people following you, you want people looking up to you. I hear it. I hear it. Who doesn't? I for sure do. It's a good feeling. You know, you make the money on the internet, you have the freedom to do what you want. I hear it. And power to you to chase your dreams. My issue is now, and it's been going on for a few years actually, people are so desperate to gain external validation from other people to the point where they would willingly and quite almost with pleasure sacrifice themselves, their soul, their dignity, their right as a human being for the sake of personal growth. Hey, sometimes, man, it even be you betraying your own friends, doing something you know in your heart is wrong, something that you would never normally do for the sake of profit. That being on an online sense even worse because it's on a wider scale in comparison to being offline where you're limited to a few people. And it's sad. It hurts to see. You know, and I understand it is hard to grow a personal brand, but you know, and I believe I lead by great example when I say stick to your morals and your dignity, and it's only a matter of time. I think people need to remember with YouTube, the videos you post, stop thinking about the videos now. The videos I'm posting right now, chances are, well, in the next month or two, probably no one's going to see it. But YouTube is about the long game. It's about long term. And my logic is, there's just so many YouTube videos out there. There's billions. I'm not even exaggerating. You know, there's a billion people on the planet. Who's to say there isn't a billion videos? And now that's not to say every single human being on the planet has posted a YouTube video. No, because there are babies, of course, in existence. But a lot of videos have been posted, right? You know, the same way it's plausible to say that there are over 1 million videos quite easily. Who's to say that's not the same case with 1 million? And it's hurting me. Clout is a serious drug, and I see it everywhere, man. It would go back to the point where you're interrupting people in public to get involved in your stupid BS of content. Now, do I believe recording in public is bad? Absolutely not. People from across the broad want to see what the world looks like. I'm really into travel. I love watching travel vloggers, you know, just seeing what different parts of the world look like. So to prepare myself to make a decision of what country I'd like to go in to live in the future. Right now, I'm primarily doing France because that's my favorite country, you know. But I mean the type of people who do these stupid pranks, and it's not even funny. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you're disturbing their peace for your profit. And look, I'll never knock anyone's hustle, but some people do this type of stuff. They don't even want to do it in their own heart. You want to know what's worse than working a 9-to-5 job? It's running a business you hate. So if I were to post degenerate-like content on my YouTube channel, let's say I got videos of like multiple degenerate, low-quality women talking, and I put that for a thumbnail, I wouldn't. Now, I would never do that. One, because it doesn't fall in alignment to my character, my morals, and my personality. And two, it's just fucking weird. And I don't want to be known as that. Now, if that video were to get 1 million views, honestly, I would rather work a 9-to-5 job than still run the YouTube channel. If that were to be the case, which it will never be, because I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I have morals. I already know what type of woman I want. And I most surely do not want a woman twerking and selling her dignity, her purity for profit. This is a long-term game, guys. You know? And I'm speaking from both a male and a female standpoint. Like, let's use women, for example. Now, are there a lot of good women on this planet? Yes. As well as there being a lot of sinful women in this world. Now, we all sin, But I say sinful to them. I class them as sinful because they're sinning way more than the average person. Simply through degenerate content, whether that be softcore porn or actual porn, or description porn via OnlyFans, Patreon. Now, Patreon's not necessarily a bad app, but it goes on to how you use the app. I also don't think OnlyFans is inherently bad. It's just that everyone uses OnlyFans as the roadmap to post their degenerate content, and hence why everyone does. So now it has the, it has the rep of being a sinful app. Like if you said to someone, to my OnlyFans, they would instinctively have bad connotations because of how frequent bad content is posted on the app. Well, really, it should have just been an exclusive content app. Now, the word exclusive isn't bad, or doesn't mean adult content also, but we think it is now, and the majority of us do think it is exclusive, and we think straight away of the general content because there's a big I can't flip my fingers right now, but when everyone's doing something, it's very easy to believe said thing. So I wouldn't necessarily say OnlyFans is a bad app, but more so, it's getting the rep of a bad app because a lot of people are using it for the wrong reasons. It's called OnlyFans for a reason. Only so the real actual fans would want to go towards the channel. But do you see where I'm coming from? I'm talking about that. There are many streamers. I thought that was a fox. There are many streamers though, and I won't say any names in particular, but let's just say the type of content they posted, yes, they did gain the money that they always wanted. They gained the freedom. However, they're not respected when they go outside simply due to the way they carry themselves online. The words that they say, going against, what they stand for. Saying outlandish gay shit that they know they would even say. I'm not bashing gay people, no. But the streamers I'm talking about are hetero. So why are you acting out of character for the sake of profit? Because now it's like you got the profit. And we know that money is temporary, and there's money in every industry. Money will come back at any time. Your actions don't come back though. Your actions stay. It's there forever. And that's my issue. Now, as much as I'm bashing these people, I do sort of sympathize with them in a way, because I do understand it is relatively hard to grow a personal brand, a following on the internet. However, it's gonna take long anyway though. And so long as you don't give up, my logic is so long as you don't give up on something, it's only a matter of time before you break the dam. Breaking the dam in a metaphorical sense of essentially being, when it rains it pours, and let's just say in this context, the rain represents the money falling down, and then you finally start to win. That's after some hard work. So I can see why from their standpoint they would feel very desperate to want to sell themselves, make money online as quick as possible, because I do understand it. Like with me, for example, if I could click my hands right now and suddenly get 1,000 subscribers, I'm sure I would. I'm not going to do that. I don't have that yet. What's the best I can physically possibly do? And here's the unsexy answer. Just keep making videos. Just keep making better videos. Keep making more, just produce more volume so people can see it eventually. That's the mature approach. The immature approach is me, slapping someone's ass for content. That's immature. It's really sad how people, and these things sell really quickly. They may not be long lasting, but they do grab a lot of eyeballs because it's very out of the norm. And I'm not telling you not to stand out, but don't stand out in a satanic degen-like way where you're just giving a piece of your soul. Because I know from the surface, these type of people, I'm not going to say any names, but these type of people, they may seem like they're winning. Their soul is crushed on the inside. And not only do their audience not respect them, they don't respect themselves. Hence why they feel empty inside. They know in their heart, yes, they got the money they wanted, but at a cost. Their rights of self-respect as a human being is gone. It's gone. And you should never trade that. That's priceless. That's something we've had installed by our parents. your dignity that you naturally had. And now you've degraded yourself, you devalued yourself. You can't help but perceive yourself to be a lot less than you were. And rightfully so. Because that content you're posting, that degenerate content, feeds in your spirit, man. Feeds into that shit. And then it's gonna reflect your outer reality via depression. And then you're gonna act in accordance to the depression, to which most people it's not good. You're gonna be finding yourself smoking or taking unfortunate drugs or going on X websites and losing your social skills, and you have trouble doing normal, regular human things. And I believe this is worth bringing up because a lot of people are struggling with this. Clout is a drug. Hey, this goes deep. People will even go as far as to kill people for fucking profit. Assassins. I know. Yeah, it gets to that level, man. People will stalk you for profit. People were given old and elderly trouble for the sake of profit. And they know they would never actually do that if the camera weren't there. They would have no reason to do that, right? That's sickos if they did. But it's the camera. It's the likes. They're seeking social validation. They want to feel more, they want to feel full, which is very ironic because we were full to begin with at birth. But the problem with social media, and you have to remember guys, social media is very recent. It's only been made up around 20 years ago, 25 years ago, let's say 20 years ago. So I think it's safe to assume that 20 years ago, we weren't as heavily, externally reliant on other people's approval to give ourselves happiness as we are now. And that's a really good thing, and that's how it should have been. And that's the problem with these Gen Zs and Gen Alphas nowadays. And I'm part of that generation, the Gen Zs. We're heavily focused on other people. And it's a bit of a dilemma, but I know the answer is clear, and the best answer I can give to you is just endure long enough. I believe it primarily stems from a lack of impatience, because I know everyone wants to grow quick. And I'm not talking out my ass, guys. You have to dog it out. I have, as of the recording of this video, the date is the 14th of May. As far as I'm aware, I have 591 videos and I have 131 subscribers. That's dogging it out. Does it suck? Yeah. Oh, it fucking sucks. It hurts sometimes when you post and no one's watching you. However, what would hurt a lot more is me, potentially getting 10k views from showing my dick on camera. Something I never do and I never will do. But it's controversial to an extreme. Now wouldn't say that's necessarily bad depending on the context, but the context that I've given you, being a very sexual explicit topic, visually speaking, and it will also, the same way, a lot of lustful women on the internet are damaging the mental health of men and their own self-perception of themselves through degenerate content, visually speaking. The same would be said vice versa. That would be damaging the women. Their mental perception, their brain, the way their brain is supposed to function will be disfigured due to the internet. It's so sad the things people do for money. Guys, understand, it's absolutely normal. I don't care what any industry you're in. It's gonna take time to make money. You need to put in that you need to put in the hours. You need to stack up the days. You need to keep adding up the days. And even if it may feel hopeless, all them days will set you up for that big day. Then the money can come in as a byproduct of all of those days that you thought were useless, where you weren't making any progress. Well, what would have felt like you never made progress. When you're navigating every day, and I'm speaking from my own experience also, it feels like you're just walking. It's like, what the fuck? It feels like you're not really making any progress to whatever your goal may be. It's not until you look back, you realize, oh shit, I've actually come a long way. Like me having 591 videos is not by accident, but it's also very crazy to take in. I'm more closer to having 1,000 videos than I did having 0. That's something to be proud about. And people are gonna look back. The people who are selling their souls, they're only thinking about now. What about 10 years from now? 20 years from now? And evolution tells me, naturally, your brain's going to mature. You're not going to think the way that you do now. For the better, for the worse, but let's assume it's for the better. Naturally, you're going to mature as you get older, right? So you're going to see the type of content you used to make. And in this context, I'm specifically referring to degenerate content. And let's assume, God willing, you're no longer like that anymore. But those videos are still out there now. And you feel like shit. You want to delete them videos. But you can never truly delete it. Maybe from off your channel, but people are going to capture them clips. And unless you get in touch with those people to delete those clips, which, hey, the world is 8 billion, so good luck doing that. Those videos are going to be out there forever. Like this one porn, I'm not going to say her name, but let me just say this. Her name begins with an M, and her surname begins with a K. I'm just going to say that. She quit the porn industry a while back, but her content's still out there. And there's probably people jacking off to her past videos right as we speak. So you can never truly run away. That's going to be with you forever. It's almost like your stamp of who you are. Now people change, and as sad as what I told you just now is unfortunately true. People do not forget. Once a hoe is always a hoe, right? Well, in that context, I guess you could say that's said to be true. Clout is a serious drug. I'm telling you, man. People genuinely risk their lives doing stupid bullshit that really does carry no merits for the sake of profit. Short-term profit. They may make a large portion of money, but let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to make the money they always wanted. They're still going to feel like shit inside, because it's like signing a pact with the devil. Yes, he is giving you your money, and you've got your money now. But at the cost of your dignity, your God-given human right as a person, your self-respect, thrown to the wayside. And not only you don't respect yourself, but now the people who watch you online. You see, here's the thing with YouTube. Most of the time, the people who pop off the most, you're gonna get more views if you create more so stupid shit, rather than, you know, conversational shit like this. It's just the way the game is, and it's a reflection of how many people are on the right path in terms of just purposeful and how many are not. And unfortunately, there are a lot more unpurposeful people in comparison to vice versa. And it's messing us all up. It's messing up the youth, man. It's damaging. Extremely damaging, and I hate it. There's, like, you're gonna get money either way. But it's like when you do the wrong path, when you prioritize clout and you obsess over clout. I've been there myself. I've been through phases where I'd always obsess over clout. I'd have thoughts that, like, I'd never act on it, but you know, our thoughts are like clouds. They come and they go. I'd have thoughts in my head just telling me that, Golden, sell your soul for the sake of profit. And I'm thinking, no, it's just not my time to get the views yet, I'm guessing, because if it were my time, I would have got it already. So all I can do now is keep thinking ahead in the future, keep posting these bangers. It's going to touch someone, and eventually it's going to accumulate to a decent sized audience anyway. And the money will be consistent, because they actually genuinely rate me. But you see all these big YouTubers, I'm going to end off by saying this, all these big YouTubers who do stupid shit in public, flipping, barking, I don't know, so saying some gay shit to people. Listen, their audience, look at their audience. That's what I have to say. Look at the audience in their group meetups. Just look at them. Now, I know you shouldn't judge people off looks, but sometimes you are in control of your looks at times. Look at the way they look. Look at the way they speak. You already know those type of people are fucking doom scrolling all day. You already know this type of people are waking up at 2 p.m. all day, eating fucking Cheetos on their bed watching porn. You can just tell from looking at some people. It just gives off that vibe. In this channel, I don't attract those type of people. And I'm willing to assume that the people that I don't want to attract came to this channel. They probably clicked on it many times. Hence why some of my videos get a lot of views but no likes. It's because my content doesn't resonate with them, or I'm also attacking them. They don't like that truth. They like to have their ears cuddled to their sheriff, who even then, their sheriff is leading them to the wrong path. If you're acting heinous, they're just sheep following. sad. Clout is a very big drug. Very big drug. People sacrifice their family and their friends for the sake of profit. But money is temporary, and friendship and family is so priceless. They can never be replaced truly. Yes, you could adopt someone, but it's never going to be that same replicate version of them. Hey, then maybe a lookalike or a twin, but it's never going to be them exactly. The memories that you two have created, that's something that no money can buy. No money can buy back. Precious, man. People throw that away. And it won't be until a few decades later till they come to their purpose. So when that time does arrive, they will have already have realized that it's too late. That can't be undone. It is what it is, man. You fucked up.